Hey everybody, welcome to Addison Unleashed for the day. Welcome to Addison Unleashed. Big stretch, big stretch. I actually was dressed all nice and professional and fancy today, and then I went outside, and when I was getting dressed this morning, it was really cold. And then throughout the day, it's gotten beautiful out, as you can see. So just at my office, getting ready to do some client appointments. So excited. I always love when I get to see my VIP clients in person. It's always nice. It's definitely a highlight of my week when I get to see those clients that are working with me one-on-one in person, and we get to just like get in there, like do the not the hard work, but do the deep work, really get in there, really feel each other's energy. It's just amazing. So I had a really great day yesterday, a really pretty fucking amazing day yesterday. It did not go anything like I had anticipated. I had all these things, and it's like, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I went kind of about my day, and then I ended up just really sticking with something that was just really fun, and it just kind of flowed. And I was hanging out with some people, and it was like, oh, Addison, why don't you come do this? And oh, let's go do this. And it ended up being a really just a good day. It was just like one of those good days where you're just like, wow, that was just fun. It was connective. It was fun. Some good sharing, some good laughter. It was just, I enjoyed myself. But yesterday, and I tell you all that because yesterday morning, I was doing some workshop planning with my co-teacher, Kendall Williams, for Seeing the Other Side this weekend, which is a workshop we're doing. It's an experiential, 100% experiential workshop. And we were just doing a quick, we like to get together and just like chat about, okay, well, like, how is this going to go? How are we going to, just kind of get some of those details knocked out. And we were doing that, and we were talking and kind of going back and forth. And what happened is I was getting like really fired up. I was really fired up, and she was fired up, and we were doing some really big dreaming and like really like, oh yeah, okay, we can do this, and we can do this. And it was pretty fun, and I could feel my energy rising. I can't speak for her, but I could feel my energy rising. I could feel the like orgasmic energy just from talking about some of the transformative work that we were going to be doing this weekend. We'll be doing, and you need to get your ass there and be doing it with us. But we only have 2 spots, so if you want to be Seeing the Other Side and journeying into your sex with us, then you need to get on the list. But that's not what this is about. So I was just getting really fired up and really turned on. And we got to one point and we were talking about something really specific that I had, that I was like just excited about. And she threw something out there and was like, well, why don't you? And it was an idea for me. And she's like, why don't you? And she threw out this idea, and it was a really big idea. And at first I was like, oh, like that's an amazing idea. And it actually had been an idea that I've had several times. And I heard it, and then immediately I got these butterflies, and it was pretty awesome. Had these butterflies in my stomach, and my pussy was like, yes, we like that idea. That's awesome. And immediately my head went, we can't do that. We can't do that. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. And that's exactly what I could almost see this like devil and angel on one side, and like the angel's like, go girl, you get it. And then the devil was like, yeah, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. It was like almost like a crouching in, and I was like, hey, ego, hey. And it was interesting. It was interesting because it was truly one of those moments where I could feel the dream get almost stolen by the ego if I had allowed it. And I didn't. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to verbalize here what the fear coming up about this is, and then I'm going to let it go. And I think it's a great idea, and I'm going to lean into it, and I'm going to, and we moved forward. I moved forward from it. And it is something that I have intentions of implementing in the future, something I'm going to go into, because I really, like I said, I'm turned onto it, really turned onto it. But I knew I was turned on to it from the butterflies, but the butterflies can so often get met as nerves, because butterflies can be really perceived as nerves. And fear, really, it can be perceived as fear. And when we step into that fear, our dreams get taken. Our dreams totally get taken. And it is about leaning into those butterflies, into that nerves, because if you have that sensation in your stomach, in your genitals, if you have that going on, then you are turned on to it. You're soul aligned to it. You have a desire there, and to lean into that is going to just bring even more desire, more enjoyment. However, if you get stuck in the ego aspect of it, if you allow the fear and I can't do this because of this and this and this, and believe me, I had a million fucking reasons why I shouldn't kind of implement this thing that I will again be implementing. Because I do think it was an amazing idea, and it's actually something that has come to me several times. I'm like, no. And that is a key, because when we continue to push away those little pieces, we end up stifling so much joy, so much creativity in our lives. And so I mean, I'm throwing myself under the bus here. I definitely had this moment of like, oh, I can't do this. And all these ego excuses began to come out. And I know that I'm not alone in this, but most people don't recognize the butterflies. They jump right over the butterflies. And that's the key here, is to tune. If you're a woman, get in tune with your pussy. If you're a man, get in tune with your cock, and really go like, okay, what is this saying to me? Like, I'm turned on. I'm hot about this. I'm excited. I'm fucking orgasmic over this. And it had nothing to do with sex, It was just like a really creative idea, which our creativity is very much rooted, our passions coming from those lower chakras that are coming up. However, egos will step in and go like, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. That's not going to work. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. You don't deserve blah, 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 bullshit. And I hear it every day in my clients. And that's really why I'm bringing it to you guys today, is because I hear this every day with my clients. They have these ideas, they have these inspirations, they have this excitement for their relationships, for their sex, for their careers, for just their life in general. They get really excited, even if it's just like, oh, like there's this vacation I want to take, and like it's so exciting and I really want to go and it's going to be amazing. And they start to get really turned on to it, and then what happens? They go, oh yeah, but I should probably spend that money on this or that, and they start to kind of bury their daydream. I was actually listening to Abraham Hicks the other day, which I love Abraham Hicks, and Esther was verbalizing how you have to daydream. Our daydreams are so important. We get, as adults, in our 30s, 20s, I guess, but especially by the time you get to your late 20s, your 30s, your 40s, 50s, and onward, we get so stuck in the logical and in the reality of the situation, when in truth, what we need to be doing is like leaning into those daydreams, allowing ourselves to create the vision. Stop believing the bullshit that your ego is feeding you. Stop feeding yourself bullshit, because you're allowing it in. Now, hear it, recognize it. Like, I heard it, I recognize it, I saw it yesterday, and then I went, okay, like this is something that I that I'm coming up against. But I can either choose to let it win, or I can just keep barreling through because I know that this is false fear, that fear is just false evidence appearing real, and it's not true. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to, nothing bad is going to happen like that. And so to really keep pushing through, push into those things that make you feel that just butterfly sensation, that passion, that joy, that you really can let go in and just enjoy and revel in the beauty of it, and see the fear, recognize the fear. I'm not saying don't recognize it, because that would be totally stifling your emotions, which is not the case, not what we need. But to go, I see that, and I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to keep pushing forward here, and really just continue to push forward and hear it and recognize it, because I know I'm okay, well, I see one of my own holdbacks. And I can promise you, just like the workshop this weekend. So it's never just about the sex. It's never about the career. It's never about that one fear. If we have holdback in one area, I freaking promise you we have holdback in all areas. So if we're restricting here, then we are also going to restrict something here, or we're overdoing something and not enjoying it as much. And if you want to, I have lots of videos on kind of restricting when it comes to hunger and sex and all this. But this goes for every area of our lives. When we're restricting, we end up restricting other areas as well. And so if we are holding this belief system over here, which is never just oh, I don't believe that this is possible in, my sex. Well, it's potential and most probable that you also don't believe it over here in your career. You also don't believe it over here in your relationship. You don't believe it in yourself. You don't love yourself, and it permeates. So sorry, guys, those people who yesterday I got made fun of for talking too much with my hands, but I'm Italian, even though I look Irish. I've got a lot of Italian in me, so deal with it. But putting ourselves in little kind of boxes, men like to do this especially, but women, as we step more into the masculine, as our society tends to really focus in on the masculine, we tend to like to put things into boxes and go, okay, well, here's my career, here's my relationships, my passions, my hobbies, and we like to put little boxes, but what ends up happening is it really all permeates. One thought over here is gonna permeate into the other boxes. It is not a box, it's a fucking ocean, guys, so get used to it. But before I actually have a client in a minute, so I'm gonna kind of wrap this up so I don't miss my client. But lean into those butterflies. Know that if you have a holdback over here, then it's also going to permeate the rest of your life. And to lean into that fear, see it, recognize it, go, okay, I see that. Maybe do a little work on that. And I don't mean work, but maybe do some journaling, do some really counter that belief, really change it. Don't put too much focus in on it, but really maybe do some counter journaling of affirmations of no, I am worthy, I am good enough, I do deserve that, I do have this coming to me, I do have that coming to me, in order to kind of move through that and really change those belief systems. And if you want to do VIP coaching with me one-on-one, we could kind of dive deeper into some of that stuff. I'm not going to do that on a live video, but there's so many ways you can really dive deep and kind of start to change those belief systems. But to see it, recognize it, and then be F off and move on and focus in on those butterflies, that sensation, that joy. When you were little, I promise you, if you had something that gave you butterflies, you didn't go now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. I don't want to do it. No, you were yes, I do want to go. I do want to go jump off the swing. Yes, I do want to go, ride my bike, down this really dangerous hill or whatever you did as a kid, because we all did stupid stuff differently. Actually, I didn't. I was a little grown up. I don't think I ever was a child. But really to focus in on that butterfly sensation and leaning into that, because your younger self, before you got into this adult, I'm going to be super rational state, was able to dream and manifest like that. But we tend to hold that back when we don't lean into that butterflies, that excitement, that nervousness, all of that, and push away the fear and just kind of keep moving forward. Because usually when we are having to step through the fear, step into something that is creating that like beautiful nervousness sensation within us, usually on the other side of that is beautiful abundance. Usually that is your growth. That is your growth. That is when you step through it. And even if it doesn't work, when you get to the other side, you're like, wow, I did that. I did that. I did that. And that felt amazing. And look how much better I am now that I did that. So anyway, gotta go see my client who's going to be knocking any moment. So I'm going to let you guys go. But if you are in the DFW area, seeing the other side not tomorrow, April 6th, in Allen, it's going to be amazing. We've never done a workshop like this intense of experiential before. And so come join us. It's going to be amazing. I'm so incredibly excited. I really am. Really incredibly excited. I know that this is going to be so transformational and powerful and fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to laugh a ton because that's just how we roll. Kendall and I in our workshops, we're always laughing. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Other than that, if you want to check me out, if you want VIP coaching to help you move past your beliefs, systems, your sex, your relationship, really just improve your life and get that amazing life you deserve, then check me out at www.addisonbell.net. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.